Hello, everybody. My name is NikoTheLegend, and today we're going to be talking about an old-time favorite, a classic, a very beloved game by all, who has touched and felt and heard and experienced one of the greatest sci-fi games of all time, if not one of the greatest games of all time, if not one of the greatest just RPGs of all time. And one of the best of BioWare had to offer in the past when they were so high and mighty, and yet to this day down below in the pits of hell. That's right. We are talking about Mass Effect 2. 10 years. 10 years now. The 10th anniversary for one of the best games ever made by BioWare. And published by EA. This game set the bar, defined sci-fi gaming, defined the sci-fi genre, expanded, created the best medium in sci-fi history, one of the best. And who would have thought that a video game, not a movie franchise like Star Wars or Star Trek, but a video game franchise, setting the standard for sci-fi role-playing games. Considered a classic. Mass Effect 2. Doesn't that just make you feel old? Doesn't that make you feel like you're just filled with so much, there's so much nostalgia when hearing that. When seeing articles talking about why this game was so amazing. And why was it amazing? Was it the graphics? Was it the gameplay? Was it the story? Or was it the characters themselves that defined a genre, that made you fall in love with these characters all over again, coming from the first game? Only 3 years have passed since the original Mass Effect came out, which started it all, was the spark, the introduction to an adventure that we didn't think possible. Oh yeah, you remember. Any doubters out there for Mass Effect? Still doubters out there? Whatever you say, whatever you think, just remember that Mass Effect is one of the best. And there's plenty of proof out there to prove it. Which makes sense. Sounds a little redundant, but that's just how it goes. So, to answer your question, to answer my question, in fact, what made it so great? I'll let you know. All of the above. That's right. It's not a cop-out answer. Anybody who's played Mass Effect 2 knows that I'm right. Anybody who's heard about how great it was knows. They know. They know the reputation of what this game brought to the table. As soon as you start playing this game, it's just straight into an engrossing, intelligent, comprehensive, imaginative storyline. Something that we just weren't expecting. All we had was trailers from an amazing launch trailer from Two Steps from Hell doing the music. Oof, that got me fired up. To showing us what the Normandy, the second Normandy, the bigger one, what that was all about, giving us a glance of what's yet to come in the adventures ahead. So we had all these notions, all these tidbits, all these extras, and all the hype mainly came from just, if you played the first game, oh, you were definitely excited for the next game because you wanted the story to keep going. I've had friends that never played the first Mass Effect play the second game because it was a bit faster paced around. Because the first game is more methodical with its RPG mechanics, a little slower, a little steadier in the pace. But this one, it was all in, baby. It doubled down on what made it good, and it listened to the fans on why some people didn't like the first game. Oh, you bet your damn dollar that BioWare took that to heart, and they made the best sci-fi role-playing game of all time. Sci-fi in general. It's amazing. What a way to start the story with a bang. When your favorite hero, Commander Shepard, stuck in a suicide mission right from the start. Your ship overtaken by these unknown forces called the Collectors, working for the Reapers. Your friends, family, all in trouble. And it's up to you to save them, and you make the ultimate sacrifice. Right from the start. Well, not exactly from the start, but when you're in control of Shepard, it's just gaming heaven. It's just amazing. So amazing. We had no idea. We only had glimpses of what was coming at us from, as I mentioned before, the trailers and all that fun stuff, magazines, you name it, all kinds of mediums trying to help us out. And as soon as you take control, you are in the thrill of a lifetime. Mass Effect 2 was that game. Mass Effect 2 will always be remembered as one of the greatest games of all time. Whether you think it's the greatest RPG, blah, 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 you know what I'm getting at. You know, this, greatest that. And everybody has their own story of why they fell in love with this second entry, the perfect sequel to a game that set the bar for storytelling. Pretty much everything. But you knew that. You knew that. So, as I sit here and explain what you already know, I hope that you and I and everyone around us that enjoyed this amazing experience will keep it close to our hearts, deep within, and make sure no one takes it away, because this is one of the best franchises ever made. And I'm talking about the original trilogy. And say what you will about Mass Effect 3, it still was nowhere as bad as Andromeda. And you want to argue with that? Argue with me on that? Go ahead, I dare you. But you can't deny what this trilogy brought to us. The emotions were through the roof. Each of them were different for each game. Mass Effect 2 was definitely the magnum opus, the pinnacle of what BioWare was capable of. And it makes you sad. It makes you sad when we see a game like Mass Effect 2 compared to Mass Effect Andromeda, and you wonder yourself, what went wrong? So let me know what you thought about Mass Effect 2 and how you're celebrating the 10-year anniversary, the birthday of one of the greatest games ever made. Please let me know down in the comments below. And if you did enjoy such a simple and easy video of us coming together and telling you what you already know, I'd like to hear. I'd like to hear from you. I'd like to see you again. It'd be great. Because you know, Pathfinders, I did say before that I wasn't doing any more BioWare videos because I don't like BioWare anymore. But this was a special occasion because this game deserves my attention. And I will cherish it for the remainder of time as a gamer, as a human, as a mortal. Come celebrate it with me. Feel what I felt of an adventure of a lifetime that is unforgettable in every mark. Mass Effect 2 is the best. See you soon, Pathfinders.